Tornado warning south of Montgomery. This storm is tracking into East Alabama soon. So if you're in Macon, Bullock counties, eventually Lee or Russell counties, this has the potential to affect us a little bit later on. And we've got a few of those warnings out now as well, including that new one for Macon County. So there's your new warning. If this storm continues this track, by the way, if this storm continues to head up to the east-northeast, Auburn, Opelika, Marvin, you're all going to be, Beauregard, you're all going to be under the gun. Notice, Olga, for this, if this storm continues this track. You have time now. You are not under a warning now. If you lived in a mobile home in these areas, this would be the time where you would want to think about where can I get to within the next 10 or 15 minutes where I can kind of shelter in place until this thing moves through. But right now, shorter, you're going to see the worst of this weather come up toward you to Tuskegee. Eventually, this is going to pass into your neck of the woods as well. But there's your potential circulation right there coming up Interstate 85 as we get it out of Montgomery County into the town there of Shorter here pretty soon. Now, once again, this, not in our coverage area, but we're going to stay with this and our storms down to the south because eventually this will be moving into our coverage area. This will be affecting Lee County if this holds together. So once again, we're going to put you on alert now in Lee County. The National Weather Service saying that just south of the city of Shorter, the winds about 6,000 feet off the ground were upwards of 115 miles per hour. So that tells us that yes, this storm is rotating. There is likely strong rotation. There's the potential here for a tornado. That is going to track very close to the city of Tuskegee, south of Franklin, south of Interstate 85.
As this progresses off to the north and east and moves over into Lee County, we could see that tornado warning extended there as well. And this particular cell in Macon County has been showing impressive rotation on radar. Again, the benefit, notice just north and west of Tuskegee is the radar site that we're getting this data from. So the closer to the radar site, the better idea you're going to get a picture of how the winds are operating within inside of the storms.
This has a rotating wall cloud with it. What that means is that the back edge of that thunderstorm is spinning. That spin is actually visible to folks that are able to view the storm, and that could produce a tornado at any time if it has not already. I think the Weather Service in Birmingham is going to make a decision very soon on whether or not to extend that warning into Lee County. As we talked about, Beauregard, you would be directly in the path of this. With the reports of a rotating wall cloud, I think it would be hard probably not to put out a warning here with this storm as it's coming into Lee County here pretty soon. So they have extended over.
For Lee and Russell County.
And I see that here too, and it's kind of hard to see here on this view. Let me pull up the
I'll pull up the...
Okay, perfect. So this is a new warning for Lee County, Alabama. You're likely hearing your outdoor warning siren sound, your weather radio is going off, the WTVM weather app sounding. This does not include most of the city of Auburn, but if you're in Auburn, you are likely going to get some very heavy rain with this. You're going to get some very gusty winds with this, and areas just south of town are going to see the potential for rotation. So if you are in the city of Auburn, you may not have to be in that safe place, but I would at least make sure you're indoors, away from windows. You got some very strong winds coming through. But south of the city and south of the interstate, same story with Opelika, by the way. The city itself isn't included in this, but areas just south of town. You see where the red box is drawn on here. You guys are under that tornado warning. This is what we call the hook echo. You've got winds blowing into the storm this way, winds blowing out of the storm that way on the backside, and there's your spin, there's your circulation that we're watching as that tracks into southern Lee County. At Watley Crossroads is going to be a spot that might see the circulation move directly over.
The National Weather Service is going ahead and confirming this tornado that is moving through Lee and Russell County. We were talking about how you can look at different products on radar, and it does look like they have seen some debris possibly lofted within this potential tornado.
All right, and very good to know. If you can, let's pull up the radar scope. I'll take that over to the wall and show people what we're talking about there. So if you see right here, the area of blue and green that you see showing up right there, this is, once again, this is Lee County. This is where the county line where that storm has just crossed over. So this is Macon County, this is Lee County. The area of blue that you see right there, that's telling us that this particular storm has actually pulled some sort of debris, whether it's limbs or leaves or trees or boards or bricks or whatever it might be. It's pulled it into the atmosphere. The radar is looking at it, and the radar can tell the difference between what's a raindrop, what's a hailstone, and what's a piece of tornadic debris, and that's what we're looking at here. So that's why the Weather Service is able to confirm, there it is. There's a debris ball showing up. This is what we would see as far as a tornadic debris signature. That's the technical name for it, but this is the storm that has pulled up debris inside it. This is Highway 80, that blue line right there. And again, our mobile alert center getting very close, or will be very close to this thing as it passes by to the northeast. So that is a confirmed tornado now in Lee County. Beauregard, we want you in a safe place anywhere within that warning, anywhere within that little box that you see. We need you in a safe place immediately. This is going to be north of Highway 80. You can see the update there. Again, this storm looking very impressive. In fact, look at there. Here where you see the shades of pink, that's what we would call a debris ball as well. Just another confirmation. Yeah, Lauren, go ahead.
Weather Service is very concerned about this. Understandably, they're saying it is a confirmed large and extremely dangerous tornado, and they're about to issue a tornado emergency on this cell.
All right, so this is kind of an extra wording the Weather Service goes into when they know they have a tornado down on the ground. Likely they've got some sort of spotter here that's checking this out that can tell it's a large tornado. Smith Station 226, Shotwell 223, Moffitt's Mill 221, Meadows Mill 217. Those are Central Time. This is not potential. This is not possible. This is a tornado that's down on the ground, a tornado emergency for Lee County as this tracks off to the east-northeast at about 40 miles per hour. If you know anybody that's out in this area, make sure they're not driving. Make sure everybody's in their safe spot. If you've got friends, if you've got family here, because we're going to keep watching this. If this carries over, if this keeps going, that could impact Muskogee, could impact Harris County. The tornado could really be anywhere in this particular area. There's a radar update for you. Lee County Road 121, Lee Road 125, Creek Stand Church, Lee Road 40, Lee Road 165, Lee Road 2049. This is, again, the areas out ahead of this particular storm, this particular tornado that is now down on the ground causing some issues. So let's move the map over a little bit here. We'll keep going. We'll keep calling out some roads out ahead of this thing. So Shady Grove Church, Lee County Road 170, if you're coming south out of Meadows Mill. Anywhere in this area, you're under the gun next. The tornado will move through in minutes. We just wanted to get a wind estimate there. 150 plus mile per hour winds on a tornado that is on the ground now in Lee County. This looks like it's going to stay mainly in Lee County. I know part of Russell County, that's the county line right there, Russell and Lee County. I know you guys are included in that warning, but the tornado is going to stay just north of you. Pleasant Hill Church, Prince Crossroads, Bethelport Church, Good Hope Church, Smith Station, Jesus Christ Church right there. Again, anywhere out ahead of this, you've got to be in a safe place. Small room, lowest floor, near the center of your home, away from windows. If the kids have bike helmets, bring those bike helmets in there. Protect your head. This is a tornado that's down on the ground. It's still wrapping up. It still looks very impressive here. We have confirmation of this from the National Weather Service. This storm will cross 280 soon. If you live in southern Harris County, if you live in northwestern Muskogee County, if you live anywhere Green Island Hills, Brookstone, Bradley Park, I would say be watching this. Be aware that this storm is moving in fairly soon. Muskogee County could go under a tornado warning. Southern Harris County could go under a tornado warning if this holds together. And based on what we're seeing now, there's really no reason to believe that they're not going to extend that warning over. Smith Station, you guys are next as far as some of the bigger cities are concerned. Smith Station, I cannot stress enough that you need to be sheltered in place, small room, lowest floor, near the center and away from windows. And this is the new warning, by the way. This new warning just came out now. So this is North Columbus and this is southern Harris County. So this is south of Hamilton. This is places like Catala. This is Ellerslie again. This is Waverly Hall again. We're calling out your names again. This is a new warning. This is anywhere on Interstate 185 from, say, the Smith Road exit, exit 14, all the way up to exit 25, which takes you over to Hamilton. Hunter's Pub, you're right here. This is just south of you guys. Southern Harris County, northern Muskogee County. This is anywhere north of exit 6, north of Macon Road. exit. We want you in a safe place immediately. This is going to miss Midtown. This is going to miss most of Uptown, we believe, but this is something that we've got to watch carefully for you because this warning has now been extended over into Muskogee County. We mentioned earlier too, Green Island Hills, Whitesville Road, River Road that runs up here, the Brookstone area, Bradley Park area, Target, all those areas up toward Bradley Park. We want you to be once again in a safe place as this tornado is going to cross perhaps just north of you, but we do not want anybody right now traveling on Interstate 185 from exit 6 to exit 25. Get off the road. If you can hear my voice, if you're listening to us on the radio, get off the road, get to the next available exit, the next available building, go inside, stay there until this passes by. Heading north on the interstate up toward Whitesville Road up there, Biggers Road here. You guys just all need to be sheltered in place until this thing passes you by.
And that confirmed tornado is crossing over into northwest Muskogee County and will be entering southwest Harris County here shortly.